Just say less. Everybody rocking with us. Just say less. Everybody rocking with us. Just say less. Podcast lit, baby. Just say less. And we climbing up the charts. Just say less.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Say Less podcast.
Yo.
I am one of your hosts, Nike 2 Wavy.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Morris Peanut back again. What's happening, people?
Sir, your boy Young Vale.
Vel, what happened to my introduction?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
What happened? I was waiting. I wasn't going to say anything. So, you know.
Oh, the so great, never late, always young Kanisha Diamond. Come on now.
Thank you, guys. I'm here. That's for my whack introductions that I give myself, so you know.
the Veil got you.
I forgot low-key, I forgot too. I ain't gonna even lie. I did.
I knew I was forgetting something, man. Something, but
It's been a long week, you know?
It has. What did y'all do this weekend?
Nothing. I did go to a friend's house and we played U.N.I.T.Y. It was 5 of us, so we're still under count. I'm terrified to go outside, so I think I'll just be playing U.N.I.T.Y. with 5 friends for the rest of my life.
you be winning.
You said what?
You be winning.
I did not win in U.N.I.T.Y. I won in BS though, so there's that.
Well, it was my birthday on Friday, so I had to.
In the streets. The Veil was out there.
I went out a little bit for the first time. For the first time since all this, I went out a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but
How many people was in the building? How many people was in the building?
oh no, it was a lot of people. It was a lot. I thought it was.
Hey.
Recording for a minute.
The better question is, how much money did you spend at the bar?
I didn't spend that much. Actually, COVID taught me a lot. It didn't taught me about saving. Who knew? It was just a pandemic that needed to teach me about responsible.
Man, teach you about the finances, man.
Man, I'm a whole different person.
So I went to brunch for the first time and sat down and ate brunch
Okay.
for the second time since COVID.
Yeah, I still haven't had brunch, man. I'm kind of scared.
It was, so where I was sitting at, I feel like nobody was really around. I mean, people were like around, but I was like at the closer to the door, but like a lot of people didn't have to pass me besides my waiter. I went to Whiskey Cakes. I don't know if y'all ever went to Whiskey Cakes.
Yes, I've been there.
But I thought it was cool. So they don't have menus that you can physically touch. They have QR codes on the table. Thought that was pretty cool. I've never been to a restaurant that brings out your food order so fast. Like I literally we put in our order and 5 minutes later we got our food. So service was exceptional to say the least. But it was still kind of weird because nobody in the restaurant had on masks besides the people working there. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of a risk, but it was a business meeting.
Yeah, people are wearing masks now these days.
Yeah, mainly white people though.
I think it's optional. I'm not gonna lie, I did go out. I think it was the Friday before last. I went to Sidecar in Addison on a Friday night, and that patio was packed. Like DJ was out there, everybody touching shoulders. I ate inside, but yeah, it was more than 100 people in that building.
Oh, yeah. The weekends I've seen now. The weekends people be out. People are out now on the weekends. So.
Yeah, man. I went up to Oklahoma, celebrate the baby. Had a very, very small baby shower. Had hand sanitizer and mask, so I was good. Everybody had them. But yeah, that's what I did, man. And I finally drank for the first time in over a month. So, just did that.
Starting to sink in? Is it starting to sink in, Peanut?
Shots.
Yeah. It's starting to hit me. I can't wait, honestly. I'm a month away.
In your post, you said you couldn't wait for your dark-skinned chocolate baby girl to come into this world, so you have her dressed like you and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah. Get mani and pedis, try to do her hair. You know what I'm saying? Watch Paw Patrol, all that.
Yeah. I read a Paw Patrol though.
They did?
Got rid of Paw Patrol.
Whatever the next whatever kids watching nowadays. I'll be watching.
PJ Masks.
There you go. I'll be watching that. My nephew actually loved PJ Masks. That was like one of his birthday themes. He's running around with a little cape on and everything.
Hey, that show is not that bad. Actually, I watched it with my little cousin.
Yeah.
It ain't that bad. And I was like, okay, I can watch PJ, man.
Yeah, you gonna have to get eating the Flintstones vitamins and everything. I used to love those Flintstone vitamins.
Yeah, man.
Boy, they changed the flavor though a little bit because I had tried them like when I was like a teenager or something like that, and it didn't taste the same.
It's the same flavor. It just don't taste as good.
And your kid, you thought it was candy.
Right.
Eating it like Tic Tacs.
What's a medicine that y'all think tastes good? Because low key, I could down some Pepto-Bismol. Low key, I could down it.
Me too.
I cannot.
I love Pepto-Bismol, the original flavor.
That bubblegum flavor, no.
Yeah, I could.
I refuse to take Pepto-Bismol, actually.
I remember when you was a kid and there was some medicine that came in a little white bottle with a tube and it was bubblegum flavor. I think it was antibiotics or something like that. But like as a kid was like, that was it. Like, like, can you prescribe me some of that bubblegum medicine?
I actually like I like the taste of Tums, man. That should taste just like candy.
I was going to say that. I was like, I think it's like Tums or something, actually.
Yeah, Tums is fire, boy. Hey, boy, you can eat them mugs, boy.
Top one.
Yeah, man.
It starts freezing in your mouth. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I chew that shit right up.
I'm sitting there like,
yeah, man. That's what's up, though. What we got going on, though, people? What's happening? I'm ready to get back in the studio.
Same.
And you ain't never lied, but we ain't gonna be back in the studio probably to the end of the year.
Sheesh.
The way it's looking.
Right.
COVID cases spiking up. So.
Big Money Nike just gonna buy the studio, so don't even trip, y'all. Don't even trip.
You know, you brought up a good point because this weekend I was really looking into like a business that I can like franchise. Like I have some money that I've been playing around with, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this money. More money. And I'm thinking about like franchising a restaurant. So if anybody wants to join your girl on this venture, 50-50, so I don't be at all lost if something goes wrong, hit me up. Yeah, because we're trying to do something big. I gotta start expanding the brands,
Yeah, man.
I was looking at rental properties and things like that. So that's what I was really doing this weekend, is kind of focusing on like, okay, where can I make my money go further? How can I make my money go further?
Yeah, definitely diverse that portfolio for sure.
Oh yeah, you can invest in DeVale's reading strip.
What?
So like, people like to read, right? And people like to go to the strip club. So what if we brought these two ideas together, merged them, so that you can learn and also get entertainment at the same time? So right now, of course, it's only gonna be me dancing right now.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. I ain't no pressure. Like no pressure.
Reading and stripping. How are you gonna read and watch somebody strip?
No, also like, cause people like to listen to those audiobooks, so I would also be reading. Wow.
Wow, damn. Okay, I got you.
Like you can get two things done at one time. So like people be like, dang, I really want to read and and expand my my mind and everything. But also I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to you can get two things done at once.
So you'll be like Shakespeare, like to be or not to be.
You get to choose.
Stand soft or not to take off. Like that is the question.
You choose.
Interesting.
It's your choice.
In that, but.
Okay, well,
DeVale, you might be onto something. Because what if you get the strippers, right? Regular strip club strippers who dance to audiobooks.
Ooh. Hey, you be generating revenue And you be educating the hood.
Yep.
Boy, come on now.
Not politics.
Hey.
Like,
And
You call the strip club poetic justice.
but for real.
Hey, and then they can do something with their money. You know what I'm saying? They read the right book. You know what I'm saying? Like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or something. They can invest.
And think about it. Strippers are always funding their way through college, anyways.
Boy, they can suggest.
I'm
like,
not going back.
It's on brand.
I ain't going back. I'm not going back.
I told y'all, hit me up. I got you. Right now it's just, but I'm gonna add some more people. I get some more strippers, but
that's
right
not
now,
a risk that I'm willing to take right now.
No, I mean I'm good though.
No, I feel like that was the perfect future Black business of the week. You know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Perfect segment. Segue. It's great.
Yeah, sit on that one, DeVille. Sit on that one, man. You know, brainstorm that.
So do we got any, did anybody visit any Black businesses this week, or does anybody want to highlight a Black business?
Man, it's so vegan, man. It's so vegan, man. I didn't realize that joint was literally up the street from the crib. You know what I'm saying? Until Rocky brought it to my attention. And then I decided to go up there, put my order in online, went in. And then the lady was like, oh, did you put your order in online? I was like, yeah. She's like, I'm sorry, we ran out of burgers. All we got is the fried chicken sandwich. Then she went inside. She's like, oh, never mind. We already had it. We got you. This is the last one. Yeah, man. But, bruh, talking about fire, man. Hey, how you eat them burgers and then you get like tired, sleepy, groggy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bro, it was light, bro. They had, I don't know what it's made of, but they had some little bacon crumbles, but it's vegan, but so it ain't bacon. But man,
so I seen Peanut's Instagram story on how good that burger was, and I was like, I don't eat beef, so I was like, I gotta go try this burger. So I went up there and got the burger. I don't really like lettuce, tomatoes, and onions, so I didn't get that on top of it. I did get the bacon bits, and the bacon bits is made out of coconut.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's roasted coconut. But it looks like actual bacon bits. If you
tastes like it too.
When I tell y'all that was the best vegan burger. It didn't taste like a vegan burger. It was charred. It was bomb. It was juicy. When I tell you I want to go back, I've been thinking about that burger all week. So if you do go, definitely order in advance online because the lines be ridiculous long for the food there. I do want to try the chicken sandwich that Peanut was talking about because I heard a lot of people ordering that chicken sandwich, but it's so vegan.
What's the name of it again?
It's so vegan.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
fire.
Okay, so
so
vegan food is it better? Is it better than like? So did it taste like regular burger?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like a regular burger, man, but it was light, man. It was juicy, bro. It was, man.
It's amazing. It was amazing. Like the next time I come over to our hood, we gotta take out and get this burger.
Yeah, man. Cause y'all up there with the rich folks, man. You know what I'm saying? North Dallas area.
I mean, I'll try it. I don't really eat vegan food just because I want something that I want to taste it. I want to taste it.
It was so good that I was actually considering just going vegan for like 30 days.
I feel like all vegan
challenge that I'm willing to try. I just don't know how to cook vegan food though.
So here's the thing, DeBelle. I used to be the same exact way, right? I was like, I cannot get into eating vegan food because when you think of vegan food, you're thinking like, okay, meat made of vegetables. It doesn't sound appealing.
Taste goes down.
When I was in Orlando, one of my team members had brought me some vegan Jamaican food, but they didn't tell me that it was vegan. So they was like, hey, I want you to try this jerk chicken from this vegan spot. From this Jamaican spot. And if you lived in Florida, it's Jamaican spots everywhere. So I'm like, oh, from up the street? Nah, it's a different place. It's a new place. So they brought me the food. When I tell you, this was the best jerk chicken I've never had. Well, not the best, but it was up there with the best. And then they told me it was vegan. My mind was blown. Like I was eating there once a week. And then from that point on, I was like, I'm never gonna disrespect vegans and their food. And I just started eating at random vegan places, and I have not been stirred wrong.
You saying that vegan food is better than regular food? You saying this right here, right now?
I'm saying that you can get vegan food that tastes exactly the same, because it's all about the way you cook it and season it. Exactly the same. My mom don't like vegan food. She was big on, I'm not trying that. My mom was in heaven when she ate that burger.
Man.
Okay. You making some believers. Y'all making some believers.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, man.
It's so vegan. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out.
Oh, did y'all shop Black this week?
I didn't shop Black this week. However, I'm going to support Black. One of my little cousins started a Fur Slides little design company. And she literally is buying like dollar store slides and like putting fur on them, what color you want. And there's cute little fur slides that you see everybody wearing them nowadays. And so I'm going to support. I'm going to buy a pair fur slides.
Hey, tell her to make some baby slides, and I got her.
She just made her first pair of baby slides too.
Well, I got her.
Yeah,
I support.
Our little cousin Lele.
Lele fur slides, and it's so vegan.
I also I went to hit up our homeboy at Smoothie Factory over in Mansfield. So that's another Black owned.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a smoothie factory and the Toll House cookies combined in one. Always love when I go into there. So shout out to the people over there.
Yeah, man. You know it's crazy too. Like since you know when I stopped drinking, you know what I'm saying, I changed my diet and everything else. And when I went, what I'm noticing I'm doing now, just like subconsciously, like I'm checking calories on everything. So and I did go into the smoothie factory, supported them, and I did not know it was Black owned until the dude was like, "Hey man, where y'all from?" I told him, "Oh man, I'm from Oklahoma, I'm from Tulsa." And he was like, "Hey man, this is one of the top locations. It's Black owned." I was like, "What?" So I felt good about that.
And if you're in the DFW area and you haven't joined the DFW Black Restaurants group on Facebook, you need to join it. Hit me up. I will add you to the group. Man, it's so many Black-owned restaurants in the DFW area. Like, we was naming some off in the last episode, but there's like a ton, like everywhere. So like, I just like been putting notes in my phone, like of places that I want to go check out because the pictures that they've been posting look amazing.
Man, I feel good about that page too, man, because these businesses probably, if it wasn't for everything that's going on, man, probably wouldn't generate the revenue that they're having now. And man, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And it also helps these businesses with, their customer service and everything. Because I know a lot of places just did not expect to, like, get all the service at once. It's like literally every Black-owned restaurant everybody's fucking with. So, yeah, man. Shout out to them.
So we definitely gonna. It's crazy because like our mindset. Well, I know my mindset pre-pandemic. I was like, I ain't messing with Black people on everything, like, because I done had a couple of bad experiences. But it's like now, it's like, oh, I'm trying to make sure I support more small Black businesses and things of that nature. So I mean, it's crazy how much the pandemic will change your whole entire mindset.
Yeah, man.
And obviously the social injustices in the world.
Yeah, pandemic turned me into a dang financial guru over here. I help you out. I'll tell you how to save money. Don't buy everybody drinks.
Come to the Bell for financial advice.
One, brother, I'm gonna write a book.
Good, man. Proud of you, man.
That's a big step. Just don't lose sight of all the money that you saved in recent months while the city's still open.
Yeah, that's the thing.
All right. So, man, it's a whole list of stuff we got to get into, man, this week.
Where are we
I guess we can stay on the topic of the pandemic and having some sort of joy come out of it. The good brother Dave Chappelle. You know, he put out 846, and if you haven't watched it, go check it out. Somebody asked me about it the other day. It was like, man, how was Dave? Did you watch Dave Chappelle? I was like, how was it? I was like, man. He was like, was it funny? I was like, no.
It wasn't funny.
No, it wasn't funny at all. But it was raw truth through the eyes of a comedian, because, you know, comedians can say pretty much whatever they want, honestly, you know, without much censorship. And he talked about everything that happened from Eric Garner to George Floyd, and just his black celebrity friends, and Don Lemon, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really good. It was out. I thoroughly enjoyed all 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, I was like, it was only 25 minutes. I was honestly waiting for the joke. Like, I was like, okay, he's gonna start serious, and then we're gonna like ease into like jokes. But then I noticed the title was 846, and I was like, yeah, ain't no joking coming out of this.
Yeah,
real serious, but like needed. He mentioned it was like the first comedy show since the pandemic, so like people outside in masks. It was really good. Really good.
Oh,
Needed.
I haven't watched it yet. But so what is the significance of the title?
It was how long the officer had his knee on George Floyd's neck.
Yeah.
So 8 minutes 46 seconds, and man, it's just right. It was beautiful, honestly. You know, it was raw. You know, like all raw. You know, and honest, and he just didn't hold back on white supremacy, and it was really good.
It was really powerful. I was going in, you know, it's Dave Chappelle. I'm expecting some jokes like, you know, he first comes in, and when he first starts talking, it's kind of like a weird kind of, everybody's like, and then he turns up like out of nowhere, just starts turning up. One thing they talked about that I wasn't even that familiar with. I remember it going on, but like the Chris Dorner thing.
Oh yeah, Chris Dorner.
Yeah, that was just a whole crazy little story, honestly. But and for people who don't know, basically Chris Dorner was like a cop that made a complaint against his white partner, and he ended up getting fired, couldn't get reinstated, and basically he started killing cops. I think it was in the LA area, I think, California. But he killed a bunch of cops, and then eventually, you know, they all ganged up and found him, and you know, they wasn't taking him in. They lit him up, basically. And Dave Chappelle said, so, you know, they reacted like that because he killed some of their own. He was like, why are people confused on why black people are reacting like this when their own is getting killed?
Which is a good question.
It was powerful. Like, there was no jokes. I mean, there might have been one or two jokes, but I loved it. Honestly. I'd watch it again.
Yeah, man. This past week, man, we seen a lot of social movements, you know, like listen to all women, you know, support black women. You know, it's like this, I don't know, I wouldn't consider like a social construct that's happening on just in America, in like the black community, but there are a lot of black women, rightfully so, that feel that, you know, black men don't support them. And, you know, they give their feelings as to why they are considered, or feel like they're considered, you know, less than pretty much everyone else in society in America. And this young lady, I can't pronounce her first name, but she went by Toyin, though. They called her Toyin. So on Twitter, she was talking about how she was sexually assaulted, and how talking about how she was sexually assaulted. I believe it's like, was it like a Wednesday when she was talking about this?
I think so.
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday. She was talking about it on Twitter, and then a bunch of black women really had the same sentiment, you know, as it pertains to sexual assault, and how and the reasons as to why a lot of women don't report those, because they feel like even if they do, no action will be taken. So she was telling her story, and then she ended up talking about this guy that she was dealing with or come into contact with. And long story short, she was talking about her story, and then she ended up coming up missing. And after she was missing, she was found dead. Like literally, her last tweets was just talking about, reasons why, Black women don't talk about their sexual assaults, and the reason behind her death was sexual assaults and the allegations. And she said the gentleman's name that she was talking to, or that she was with around the same time, man. So that's an unfortunate situation. And I'm all for the support of Black women, me personally.
Yeah.
And Black women have just as much reason to be upset as anyone else. The most, the most educated demographic in America. You know what I'm saying? So, and the backbone of Black men. Period. So I just
love
want.
how you uplift us every episode, Peanut.
You said what?
Yeah. I said I love how you uplift us.
Yeah.
He's married.
Nah, man, it just probably and part of the reason I've always been like this. I've been I've been a critical thinker. But probably with having a daughter and understanding, like trying to understand women more, and what they have to, what you guys have to endure. So man, just know that it's not falling on deaf ears with me. And I definitely, if I see some shit, with my friends and my my family, my homeboys, as it pertains to a woman, I'll definitely say something, do something, because I'm not for that.
How do y'all, Nike and Dom, how do y'all feel as Black women? Do y'all feel that y'all are generally unsupported by Black men, or is that something that you might not have had, or what do y'all think?
I won't speak for myself. Collectively, I don't know if I feel personally that I haven't been supported by Black men, but I guess media related, seeing the things that do happen to Black women, like if we think about Gabrielle Union and her NBC situation, where Gabrielle Union constantly fights for people in rights, and then she comes out and becomes honest about how she felt discriminated against with this huge network, and Black men or people in general shun her or make her feel less, or like her opinion is not valid because it didn't happen to everyone else. And so I do see that time and time again in the media. And like sexual assault, I was just having conversations with friends, and you don't really realize what sexual assault is until you open up the dialogue and have that conversation. Because it was just like, oh yeah, he made me feel uncomfortable. And it's like, did you want to do it? No. Well, that's sexual assault. And so it's one of those things where I can see the narrative, and I don't even want to say it's a narrative. I can just see how Black women feel this way towards Black men because we are constantly fighting, and it doesn't seem like it's reciprocated.
And I agree with Don. And to that, I would say that I feel that as Black women, we go through similar things as Black men. I'm not gonna say like we go through the same, but from a corporate standpoint, I feel like we have a lot going on, right? Well, from a business standpoint, and then trying to manage stuff at home with kids, and also work alongside the husband with finances and things like that. So I feel like we have a lot of pressures and a lot of different jobs that we weigh on our shoulders, and we don't necessarily get a lot of credit from Black men. For a lot of guys, I feel like it's almost like an expectation that, okay, you as a female, you're supposed to provide, you're supposed to be the one cleaning the house, cooking dinners, different things like that. I feel like a lot of men expect that, and raising the kids on top of you working and stuff. And I don't feel like a lot of men, to what Peanut's been saying, gives us credit for that. So, I mean, I respect men that do, but I think we need more men, giving kudos to their wife for all the extra work that they've been putting in around the house.
Yeah.
Kudos to how they're raising their kids, different things like that, because I mean, it's something we're lacking, right? And we don't get that at work either, too, because you're busting your ass at work. And meanwhile, a guy that probably wasn't nearly doing half of the work that you was doing will get a promotion over you. So, I mean, we got a lot of stresses of the world weighing on our shoulders. So to not get credit at home, it just adds extra stress that we don't need.
I get that. And I think, because I was looking, when I saw that a lot over Twitter, like women saying that we're tired, Black men need to support us, blah, blah, things like that. And I was looking at some of the replies, and I noticed like a lot of dudes, like their first reaction was like kind of get defensive. So they was like, they started defending other men. So they was like, no, we do this, we do, they did like that. And I think that's speaking from a point of privilege, because as a man, you do have privilege, and it's easy. So it even makes me think of like, even with the race thing, like when Black people were saying like, hey, this is what we're going through. And it's easy for the white person to be like, and get defensive and be like, oh no, all lives matter, blah, this way, blah, blah, blah. So I think I feel like it's, first of all, it's easy to get defensive like that when you are the more privileged person. But I understand that like there's a reason why someone's going to say something. Someone's not going to complain about something for no reason. And even though Nike didn't shout me out and her thank the peanut, but I
well, you didn't say anything yet. That's why I didn't shout you out. Come on now.
Come on, man.
Like, and my boy DeVille ain't sitting there yet, but I know he do.
But, that DeVille, I feel.
But but I think we can, because like Peanut, like I feel like I do support Black women, and I listen, and whatever kind of complaints they have, I take it in. It's being said for a reason. So yeah, I think we as men we can definitely do better.
Mm-hmm. And I definitely think that it's not saying that it's not on a micro level, but on a more so macro level, we see it happen often where the Black Lives Matter campaign, or I don't even know why I called it a campaign, but the movement, it's a lot of times Black women who are murdered by the police officers are left out of the conversation. Versus when they did Kirk Franklin versus Fred Hammond, they had a long list of all of the people that died from police brutality. Not one Black woman was listed. We constantly have the conversation about female rappers and hip hop. Why do we have to have the female title next to rapper, where they're rappers, they can hold their own just the same. Nicki Minaj has more number ones than literally anybody, right? So it's just a broader conversation that we constantly have to have, where Serena Williams is the greatest female athlete of all time, when generally she's probably the greatest athlete of all time.
Man, you know what? And I didn't mean to cut you off, but on the topic of Serena Williams, I do not know how she's not like, I know she's a woman, she's female, like she should be like the richest.
Yeah. Tiger Woods. Yeah, out of there.
Yeah, man, she should have been had her own Serena Williams line, Serena Williams tennis rackets, Serena Williams courts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So
that shows how society continuously splits us up into a male female dominant world. Or it's the same with like WNBA or NBA.
Yeah.
Why is the WNBA only they just now making six figures while NBA is making $1 million contracts? Like, it's unfair. So, but continue on, Don.
That was just my gist. I think that we do see it a lot on a macro level. I'm pretty sure it'd be hard for an individual Black woman to say like these 5 people in her life, she feels she doesn't get the support from, or maybe it's not hard. But the media shows women, and Black women specifically, in an unjust light as far as just not getting the attention or being less than their male counterparts.
Yeah.
We need to change the narrative, and justice for Toyin, I think her name is. Really sad situation. I read all of the tweets before she went missing, and it was just crazy. And she was fighting for Black power, fighting for George Floyd and Black Lives Matter days before she appeared missing and was found dead. So That's just, it's just.
Was she like 19 or something like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Really
19.
young, really, really young.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it was crazy too. I don't know if people noticed, but like the most powerful voices out of this entire Black Lives Matter movement is women. Like always. Like
Always.
at the forefront of everything. And I don't know, like, and I'm thinking about it now though, you know, I didn't realize like how many women like I actually interacted with growing up. Like I got 6 sisters, you know what I'm saying? I had no uncles, all aunties, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, man, you know, gonna have a daughter. So like, I'm definitely all for it. And just like DeVale said too, I was scrolling through Twitter and seeing, you know, sisters say like, you know, support Black women. And I just, I put it out there. I was like, all right, so, I just put it out there, had some dialogue with somebody on there. And I was like, so what like, tell me, tell us like exactly how you want us to support you. Like, what can we do? I was like, shit, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know, what I can do. And I was like, and also attached to that, I was like, just whatever you tell us to do, like what we need to do, just stand firm on that. Don't ever waver on it. You know what I'm saying? And hold men accountable,
Because like you said, Peanut, every time there's anything that goes, any type of shoot, anything that's going on with a Black man that we've been put down, Black women are right there every time. Like no hesitation. They there fully mad. Like I'll talk to some girls randomly and they just be like, they be shaking. Girls because girls are more empathetic. So they be really be feeling it. So girls, they be like, they feel everything. So yeah, they be with us 1,000%. So we got to give that same love back.
For sure. And I hate to talk about this. It is one of the topics of that sister getting thrown in that dumpster by those. I don't even know what to call them. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the video. I didn't.
So before you get into that, though, Peanut, before we move into that, I kind of wanted to touch base off of the Black women, Black men thing. Mm-hmm. So on Facebook not too long ago, one of my Facebook friends had posted asking Black men what do they love about Black women, and he told us to come watch the comments. So that is my question to you and DeVale. I could read one of the comments that stood out, I think, to everybody on here. But before I give you guys ideas, I want you to think fresh off your dome. What is it you enjoy, love about Black women?
Oh, it's easy for me. Man, Black women, honestly, they're the most giving being on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like even with the amount of friends I have or brothers or whatever, I feel like I can, like if I asked for something or if I was in need of something, needed any type of help for anything, I can go to a sister first. You know what I'm saying? Before I can go to anybody else. Man, Karen, Black women are supportive. Man, they support anybody doing anything. Man, y'all give, financially, emotional support, and man, y'all I love that Black women hold it down for just being Black at the end of the day. Y'all, the catalyst for pushing everything Black forward, you know what I'm saying? And man, I don't know, I can say more, but I love the hair, you know what I'm saying? The shit, everything, you know what I'm saying?
I love every single thing. I love the big one Peanut did that I was thinking of is supportive, because they will support you through anything. They will support you through anything. But even on that, I love how passionate they are. I love everything. Their hair, there's nothing I don't like. But I think one thing that like gets thrown out there, like with Black women, like how I know we've talked about before how like some dudes say they don't want to date Black women or whatever. They feel like they're less submissive or things like that, and I can be like, that's just ignorant to me. That's ignorant.
Yeah.
I was like, that's ignorant. You just saying, you probably basing that off of maybe you talked to one girl or something and she didn't like what you didn't like what she was saying or something. It's dumb. Black women, like I said, they're the most supportive. They will be there with you 1,000% back.
Hey, the strength, man, the strength.
It's you can't say enough, honestly.
I'm gonna read one of the comments that I think stuck out to a lot of people and probably got the most likes.
That was really good.
Sorry?
I said thanks also to Peanut and DeVille. That was really good.
I was
No doubt.
afterwards, but okay. But yeah, so thank you to Peanut and DeVille for that. I mean, obviously, Peanut, you're making your wife proud right now, and DeVille, you're gonna be making your future wife a proud woman. So never change who you are. Continue to be that dominant force and speaking on things like this because there's a lot of lost people out there.
Don't make me tear up now. Come on.
Yeah, appreciate it.
But one of the comments that did stick out was, and it got probably the most likes on this post was, I'm not going to mention the gentleman's name, but he said, I love their propensity to bring order to chaos, their thoughtfulness when it's least expected. I love the pouch y'all carry. Don't nobody want abs like y'all think. I love watching a Black woman discipline her children. I love the way you get someone in order with just a look when they step out of line. I love a Black woman who could cook, but don't because she don't have to. I love a Black woman who keeps her hair right even when no one's watching. I love a Black woman that can run a meeting, address a crowd, and still rap every word to their verses on Nuck If You Buck. And most importantly, I love the way Black women support a Black man. Even when we give next to nothing in return, even when we can't express ourselves or don't articulate how we feel about her, even when we don't deserve, because Black women are generally better, and we would be nothing without them. And I think that sums up everything that both of you guys pretty much were talking about in the last 5 minutes. So thank you, brothers out there. I genuinely appreciate having a strong Black female by their side.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Man, appreciate it. Man, and yeah, I don't want to, I do not want to talk about this topic, man.
Yeah, and honestly, it's hard to now move forward. Like
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's why I was trying to bring some light before we go into this.
Yeah.
Say, the video that everyone has seen, F you to all of those boys in that video. They need to grow a pair. And that was disrespectful and disgusting. And prayers to that young woman. Hopefully she is okay. Check on her mental wellness. And I definitely hope that people find her on social media for empowerment and not for mocking and things like that. And we can move right along because.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, so.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. I refuse to watch that, man. I can't do it. Yeah, that like just I seen people talking about it, and I was like, nah, no way. And then a few more, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna even, because it's enough, man, to watch videos of us getting killed, you know, and dealing with that trauma, and then like a couple days ago, you know, support Black women, and then this happened. So I was like, niggas, man. But on a better note, we got companies acknowledging Juneteenth. You know,
Yeah,
June 19th.
We should have been did that, but we getting there.
See, okay, I have a complaint.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why companies are making all these changes, like being Black is something new.
Oh yeah, we the new cool. I mean, we always been cool, but we the new cool.
This has been a thing. Like I don't understand. Like why are we making these changes and enforcing this and that when we've been here? We're not new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like that's frustrating to me. So like, okay, companies acknowledging Juneteenth, but we're not a new race. We've been here, 1864.
It's like hot out the streets. Look at the Black people now.
Right.
Man, honestly, I think white people, I think they're finally realizing
our power.
Yeah, I think they're finally realizing it, and I think that they understand that we won't sit around and be like, we're sorry, or take an apology for the shit that's been done, and it's not something that we want done today, and then we won't worry about it next week. This shit is going to continue to go on and on and on until we feel like we're pleased. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I feel like white people finally recognize that their power is threatened. They don't have all the power. Everything cool. American culture is Black culture. You know what I'm saying? Like we push this whole shit forward, and I think they're finally starting to understand that. But Juneteenth just ain't enough.
Right.
Yeah, it's not enough. I appreciate them companies for doing that though, but it need to be a federally mandated holiday where we get off from work and we get paid for it, just like the 4th of July.
And Martin Luther King Day too.
For sure.
Speaking of Juneteenth, I know there are some issues with like Trump coming to Tulsa on Juneteenth, which would everybody knows Tulsa as Black Wall Street. So a lot of people, I follow a lot of people in Tulsa who just thought that was utterly disrespectful. I totally agree. I think they ended up pushing the date. Does anybody know what they did?
Yeah.
To the next day.
They're hiring. There was a separate little actors post that said, hiring young minorities that want to hold signs and look happy.
Enthusiastic.
Basically what it said. They said you can use it.
I didn't see that.
Yes, you can use it as a community service or get paid or whatever. But yeah, they're looking for young minorities in the Tulsa area.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's just so they can smile on camera and look like they're a part.
Man, I tell you what though, the town is not going for that.
Don't do it. Yeah, that's definitely coonery at its
Hey, Northside Tulsa, y'all better stand up for real.
Yeah, man. Man.
This wasn't on our agenda, but speaking of Tulsa and all of us being alumni from OSU was in the news this week. We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
Lloyd Gundy.
to give the gist of the story, and then we can break it down for us, and then we can give our sides.
All right. So Coach Mike Gundy had on an OAN news shirt, which is a far-right conservative news outlet that just basically shits on and has shitted on the Black Lives Matter movement. And the picture got on social media, and then the star athlete, running back Chuba Hubbard, which was a Heisman candidate. He led the nation in rushing. He was actually going to go to the NFL, but opted to stay for one more season. He seen it and retweeted it and said that he would not be doing anything with Oklahoma State until things change. And man, that set social media on fire yesterday, man. And they've been talking about it all day on ESPN as well, on sports outlets. And man, he just, I seen, this is actually something I learned from sisters out there. Mike Gundy didn't read the room. You know what I'm saying? Mike Gundy did not read the room, man. And he, I guess, man, and then they dropped the video. Did it come out yesterday or today?
I think the video came out yesterday. Right?
Okay.
The
came out today.
apology video? Quotation, apology.
Yeah, and then, man, other players, I've seen other players, former student athletes from Oklahoma State, NFL players, saying that they back him 100%, on everything that he's doing. And I also seen other players that have lesser of a spotlight on them talk about how Gundy was shitting on them, man, telling that they was berated in practice and told that he was gonna send him back to the hood. And one of the players was like, hey, tagged, I guess the other former athlete was like, man, how many times did Gundy tell you he was gonna send you back to South Dallas? and like all this other shit. So, it's apparently that's ingrained. I mean, but it's Oklahoma, but it's ingrained into that culture. But I think he did a good job by publicly, announcing his, his pleasure with that.
Yeah, because that's how you gotta do it. You gotta attack his image, and it was crazy because they had that apology video yesterday where they together, and Gundy don't even apologize. He does not even. Hubbard, he apologized even though he had nothing to apologize for.
Yeah,
right. Apologize, and he's apologizing in the video. I was like, what the, like, bro? This is like, it's.
Nah, I think honestly, I think Tuba did that just to be like, not to get the heat off of him or nothing, but I don't know. I think he said that he was wrong for tweeting it, and
right.
But he wasn't. In his mind, he know for a fact he wasn't.
He knows he wasn't. And so I think my issue with the apology video from the football player, not the coach, is that you can't make a stand and then
take it back,
come back from the ledge. Like, if you're going to go out there on that ledge and you had your whole team supporting you, why didn't y'all actually stand on that ledge? It was like a quick, Burns Hargis, the president of OSU, made a tweet. It was like, we hear the concerns from our Black student athletes. He never hears the concerns from anyone else, though, but that's another story. Then they make this video in front of cowboy culture, which I thought was also stupid because we're talking about Black culture. We're not talking about cowboy culture. Mm-hmm. And then Mike Gundy does not apologize, and then the football player apologizes for going about it the wrong way, which if that's how you felt, that's how you knew it was going to get attention and raise awareness, and it did everything it was supposed to do. And so, did they even miss a day of practice?
Oh, no. They were out. Also, speaking of practice, there was a Big 12 conference call a few months ago, and Mike Gundy, and so I guess I have some reporters on there as well. But Mike Gundy was reported saying that these players are young enough. If they catch the coronavirus, their body can defeat the virus. And he called COVID the Chinese virus. So, man, it's just like my man Gucci said it, man. He a polite racist. You know what I'm saying? So
Gundy's an idiot, bro. He always says dumbass shit. Honestly,
you remember? I don't know if you guys remember, but there was talks about Diddy and Ice Cube and all them creating their own NFL team or NFL league. Like, these powerhouses, these millionaires, Black millionaires, need to really sit down and look at implementing something like that for us, because we know change is going to happen when something like that is implemented. And just like with the top athletes going to HBCUs, right? Mm-hmm. When we start taking money out of their pockets, things will start changing.
Oh, yeah. It's going to happen. And did we talk about Mikey Williams last week?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Oh, no, we didn't, yeah.
Yeah. Mikey Williams, the top recruit in the country. Man, he, using his voice, young kid using his voice, talking about, hey, it wouldn't be bad to go to an HBCU.
Yeah.
And he comes from an HBCU home. Like, both of his parents went to HBCUs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of other kids that's coming out saying the same thing. Like,
yeah, because all you need is that one top influencer, and they'll all follow the pack. You need that one person.
One of them, yeah. Once one of the top recruits does it, oh yeah, you're gonna see just a whole little domino effect.
Oh yeah, especially I'll say it's a lot easier for basketball players to do it because they don't have any gear on and nothing, like sheer talent. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a hooper, bro. You're the number one recruit in the country. No matter where you go play, you can play basketball in the middle of Alaska.
Yeah, they gonna come to Alaska to watch you. They gonna come to Alaska to watch you.
Yeah, man. So it'd be good, man, to see them young brothers go play at HBCUs and generate some Black dollars in the Black community.
So I have a question about the NFL, right? So I've been thinking about this because we've seen a lot of issues with the NFL when it comes to Colin Kaepernick 2-3 years ago, right? And then I think we've kind of forgot that Jay-Z signed that partnership. What was this? 6 months ago, maybe?
Yeah.
And so now the NFL has come out with all of these support Black Lives Matter They said a whole bunch of other things. I think they donated to the cause, right? And so everyone was like, how could y'all when y'all shitted on Colin Kaepernick 3 years ago? So now I'm thinking this is all Jay-Z, but is it beneficial to have Jay-Z, the black voice, because this is now coming from him? Is he making the changes with these people that's behind the NFL, or is he just like, y'all need to put this out, y'all need to do this? So that is where the conflict comes for me.
Now, honestly, if you look at the landscape of the NFL, 85% black. The best player on damn near every team is black.
Right.
And even before, I think these players got together. They put out that video on Instagram, that they all shared about how they won't be silenced and what the NFL needs to say. I think they did that as players. I don't think they had anything.
Nothing to do with Jay-Z.
Nah, I didn't have any. Because if you really think about it, like these black players hold all the power.
Yeah.
If you really,
all they have to do is stop playing.
Yeah, think about Lamar Jackson. You got Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? You got Patrick Mahomes. Like all these great black players, if they don't feel comfortable with working for that slave ship right now, then they hold all the power straight up.
Like we said earlier, like the whole like landscape is like shifted. So like Colin Kaepernick was, protesting this exact same thing, 3-4 years ago. And it was the popular thing for the NFL would have been done is like, nah, we good. We're not supporting that. But right now, with how people are suddenly like starting to kind of open their eyes a little bit, now the right thing to do is to support that. So really, I mean, I wasn't too impressed with the NFL. Now I think they just going with what the cultural landscape is right now. I think Jay-Z got a little influence, but yeah, like Peanut said, I think it's
the players.
The influence that Jay-Z had, and Roger Goodell said it. He put out that video the other day, and he said that he literally said he talked to Jay-Z, and he said that he is in support of team signing Colin Kaepernick, bruh. But these owners wasn't in support of that 3 years ago. But they noticed that they're losing money. Like they don't care about the justice. They didn't care about the justice, but they got to care about it now because these players are like, all right, we protested, we peacefully protested when Cap was kneeling, you know what I'm saying? And y'all just turned the blind out of that, and his reason for kneeling was for the injustices like George Floyd. And now that y'all see it and it's plastered all over the world, like, what are you going to do? And then so they're trying to offer Cap a job now, but I think Cap bigger than the NFL. For real.
We think that, but does he think that? Because didn't he go back?
No, he wanted to, but I don't think he will. I think the NFL needs to partner with Colin Kaepernick for his Know Your Rights campaign and fund that. And
I think they need to give that man a job, and he leads the diversity initiative.
I don't think he works for him. I don't think
he might not. But I mean, that's what they need. Just like the WNBA had to utilize some of their players to negotiate their salaries and all these expenses and stuff, make sure it was paid for by the league. I think that the NFL needs a voice like that in the NBA.
Yeah, Colin can still do that with the NFL, but not work for him. They can definitely outsource to him, so that way he can own 100% of his Know Your Rights company, and he can still work with the NFL. I think he's too smart, man. And plus, I'm pretty sure him and Jay got a relationship. So, and Jay wouldn't tell him to go work for them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
Definitely partnership for sure. Yeah, man. But it's crazy. The NFL is weird.
So, do y'all want to talk about? I know we're going back into a little less of a Friday note, but the hangings and stuff that's going on around the country.
I think that we should move forward with the energy that we have. I think everybody sees what's going on around the world. F you to the people that's just trying to say this is suicide, because I don't think Black people will kill themselves by hanging themselves from a tree.
Yeah.
And it's worldwide. Like,
Several different places.
It's it's weird. It's a lot.
Yeah, but on the topic of sisters, we got one polarizing sister that's been out here getting money, manifesting life. You know what I'm saying? Making millions.
Like Dom's girl.
Go ahead and talk about it for us.
Staying up to 3 a.m. copying and pasting. Yeah. You got it, Dom. You got it.
First of all, when did we deem this my girl? I don't know where that came from, but
he was the first person to talk about her on the episode.
Dom was up with at 3 a.m. helping to copy and paste.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so we got to go back though, because probably 3 days before this, she got dragged. Okay, we're talking about B. Simone, who got dragged for an interview she did with Nick Cannon, where he was like, hey, I need to set you up on a date. What are you looking for? And she basically said she doesn't want anyone with a 9-to-5 job. He was like, what's wrong with 9 to 5, Nick Cannon? There is several guys who make over 6 figures that work 9 to 5, CEOs, whatever. She said she wants a entrepreneur. And then she also said, we have to struggle and hustle together, right? So she wants someone who's struggling and hustling, a SoundCloud rapper, instead of someone who has a financial stable income, is literally what she told me. Because I don't see how you want a struggling hustler. Like, let's talk,
because you'll understand why she's up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's the other part. Because they can understand why. Like, if you can't have a 9 to 5 and be up at 3 a.m.
You won't understand. You won't understand.
You understand her lifestyle.
Right. So
yeah,
she was
man.
dragged for that on Twitter. Flash forward to 3 days after that, she has this book that she dropped sometime in April called Manifest the Life You Want by B. Simone. And come to find out, she's been stealing white girl Pinterest pages and put them in her book. And so now they're like, so this is what you're doing at 3 a.m. No wonder you want a struggling hustler. And so she's get called out for plagiarizing.
Man, you know what? I just said that sisters supportive, man. Sisters are supportive. Sisters supported B. Simone, man.
They have not been supporting B. Simone.
No, they did. They did.
The
no, they made her a millionaire. Sisters.
Okay, so let's talk about it, because that's the issue that I have with B. Simone, because like I said, I was the first one to bring her up. I watched B. Simone's YouTube videos every week. I was going to buy the book, but I'm not gonna lie, I called bullshit on the book way before all the time. She did a little IG live book conference or whatever, book press release, and I was like, that looked trash. But I think B. Simone's team, because she has a really popular manager too, who's actually been in a couple of scandals herself.
Man, I seen that.
It just seemed from the jump that they were scamming and like hustling Black women out of their working dollars, right? So for you to be in support of Black women and for us to be in support of you, and then for you to do this to us, it just, now we got to cancel you, right? Because I seen that her manager name is Miss Skittles. They do like a virtual conference every month since COVID has been happening. She's charging women $165 to get a Zoom link. Like, I just think that is mind-blowing. Like, $165, like once a month, here's my Zoom link. Let's talk about women empowerment. Buy B. Simone's book, Manifest the Life You Want. B. Simone talking about she manifested the baby. Like, all of this is just too much. And so, I don't know. I was feeling some type of way about it too. I was like,
yeah, man.
Gotta get this one out of here.
I have 2 comments. About the B. Simone thing. Go ahead, DeBelle.
Well, I see why she don't want a 9 to 5 dude, because he would have been like, why you ain't citing those sources? Where's your sources at? I noticed that, like, hold on, there ain't no sources in here.
You know, boy, been spell checking and shit.
But I have 2 comments on the B. Simone book thing. So on the book specifically, they sell books that you can buy and put your name on it. So her team failed her in that aspect. because she literally wanted to put out a manifestation book. I'm sure they have a book where she could have bought all outright and avoided all this. But if she had somebody with a 9-to-5 on her team, maybe like Devell said, she could have caught that. She could have learned that. She could have did that. Second, I read a comment, I think on Instagram, and they was like, when everybody was canceling her, they was like, see, that's why nobody wanted them cheap AliExpress lip glosses and stuff that you don't put your name on, talking about you create this, and that. So yeah, B. Simone, I mean, she really never was funny to me. I had kind of started liking her when I watched the show Girls Trip. But you know, you got to remember where you came from.
She's in Girls Trip?
What community was supporting you, so.
There's a TV show called Girls Trip.
Oh.
I remember one time when she posted a video on Instagram, and I was like, damn, you loud. She deleted my comment though. Yeah, and she deleted. No, but what I was saying though, like, you know how, sisters supported her. So when I seen
still supported her.
Yeah, but when I seen sisters on Twitter, like talking about the just how the book was made, you know what I'm saying? How it was put together, how ragged it was. Man, I cackled at every one of them videos because I was like, oh, so now you shitting on brothers that got 9-to-5s, and now it's your turn. I mean, it sucks, man. It sucks, but don't be stealing.
It's how quick you can get out of here. And this goes back to Just Hilarious last week with cancel culture, is that you're right. The same people that supported you will be the same people that canceled you. So you might want to think of quality over quantity because you're only playing the people that support you. And once they're gone, you are no one. You're Braylon. I think that's her real name. So.
I know she's getting sued too.
You said what?
She's getting sued.
Yeah. It came out, it was one person, and then it ended up being 5 people who found their work in her book.
Oh, 5 on her too. Damn.
One being a Black girl, they said. They got all the facts.
Yeah,
it's word for word too.
Yeah. It's on Pinterest for free.
She about to be a negative there. They about to take all her money, all her $1 million.
It was a lot of things going back and forth. She even posted a video how it was the design company who failed her, and people was like, well, the design company doesn't write your book, they create a layout of the book. And then come to find out that the design company that was tagged in her initial post for her book was owned by her manager. So it's like,
who, Miss Skittles?
Your manager. So you're suing your manager, like, and she's like, a lot of people on my team failed me, but I take full responsibility because I am the face of this brand. So
I call BS on all that.
Said I'm the coach.
Putting out the book, she was talking about how she stayed up late writing the book and do all this other stuff. So like, we don't forget. That's one thing Black people do. We do not forget. Like when you done us wrong, we're pulling out the receipts.
Yeah, I saw somebody posted a video of her riding in the car, and she was like, "Yeah, I gotta recheck my book every week because there was stuff I didn't like." I just thought it was funny when she was explaining, like, yeah, it was my team. But I'm gonna take responsibility. But it was my team. But I gotta take responsibility because I'm the coach. I'm the mayor. I'm the president. I'm the boss. Suge Knight.
I'm not gonna lie, B. Simone did give us the B. Simone voice that I use very often. Everybody else hates it, but it gets the job done. So we're gonna keep doing it.
So how do y'all feel about like people that were speaking out again, in support of B. Simone, like Meek Mill saying, why y'all gonna cancel her, like this and that and all that?
I feel where he's coming from.
I feel where he was coming from?
Yeah, I felt where he was coming from, saying like, how you gonna try to, counsel somebody that finessed a little bit to make some bread? No, hustle is hustle. I get it.
Okay, but
you get caught. Like,
but Meek wasn't the one for that. They're not me. He ain't the one. Yeah, he literally shitted on Drake for having ghostwriter. Can't do that. Can't do that.
And I think that Meek Mill also oftentimes speak without context. So
he didn't know.
He can't just say, especially in Twitter world, right? You can't just say how you feel instantly without knowing the facts, because people will drag you, be like, "Is this you?" And
I've been seeing that. Oh shit!
I ain't never seen a this you that wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Man.
So I think in that case, he just got himself like hood mentality. I get it, right? Everybody got to finesse to come up, but you can't finesse the same people that are supporting you. So
Yeah, they made him get off Twitter too. He's like, oh yeah, I'm out. I was like, yeah.
I saw Doja Cat try to come back. I saw her tweet something. She was like, she said, she tried to just tweet like, why is the world so messed up? And somebody's like, why are you back?
that's funny. She tried to work her way back in.
She did. It was funny. And then she made another tweet after that, like, you know, saying something like, people will, no matter how hard you work on something, people will come and destroy it or something like that. Oh, she responded to some dude. That's what it was. She responded to some dude. He said something like, he said something rude to her, something like, why are you back? Something like that. And she was like, okay, shut up, you incel, micro cock, something like that. And somebody was like, micro cock? Oh, she's still in them chat rooms. Still ain't learned her lesson.
Yeah, man.
No,
Hey, so
I love it though. I love how like we are like staying firm when people are talking shit and they don't have no business to be talking shit.
Yeah, but my thing with Twitter world is that I don't believe that cancel culture, and we don't have to rehash this because we talked about it last week, but I don't think cancel culture is real. B. Simone is canceled every time she says something, but
hey, one of them slipped through though.
What?
Well, one of them stuck, which was Chrisette Michelle. They got her on up out of here.
But who was checking for her before? You know what I mean?
She didn't give herself to, you know, she was ascending as an artist. She was on her way up.
I still listen to Aston Martin music.
Oh, that shit is fucking classic. Listen to it the other day. Watch the video, as a matter of fact.
That one was pretty cool. I can't remember what her first album was called, but it was cool.
I ain't listened to that first album.
I think.
Yeah, but they got her the fuck out of here.
Not her. Clean out of here.
Yeah, man.
And so, going back to like the say her names and stuff like that. Dime, you seen your girl Beyonce wrote a letter.
Yes.
She wrote a letter?
Beyonce wrote a letter to the city of
Louisville.
The city that Breonna Taylor was murdered by police, demanding that the cops are arrested. Shout out to Beyonce.
Yeah, shout out to Beyonce for that.
Shout out to her.
Respect.
Yeah.
Definitely something about bigger. It's definitely something about the bigger names, bigger influencers calling it out that will get somebody's attention. So.
Yeah, you can't ignore Beyonce. You can't ignore Beyonce.
And we need more of that. It's kind of like the Centoya Brown story, right? It took for Kim Kardashian to put this out into the world for her to be released after 16 years of killing her sex trafficker. So
yeah, shout out to Kim K. She out there trying.
Yeah, her and Kanye West and Kim Kardashian has paid for, I think, a $2 million scholarship full ride for the daughter of George Floyd. That is dope. Tyler Perry covered the funeral costs, I believe.
Yeah. Barbara Strahan gave her Disney stock.
Yeah. So
that's what's up.
Shout out to people doing big things.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Beyonce.
They said, I mean, and I'm not saying that's money or anything like that can replace George Floyd, but they definitely are looking out for his family for sure.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. And shout out to Steven Jackson, though. You know, that was his boy. They look just like.
They do. That's crazy.
And you know what's crazy? That's the first thing that went through my head when I very first seen that picture of George Floyd. I said, this nigga look just like Steven Jackson.
I thought he looked familiar. I just couldn't think of who. I was just like.
Yeah, man. And then, shout out to him, man, and the whole city, Houston, you know, riding for him, man. You know, keeping the legacy alive, for sure. Because I think if it wasn't for Steven Jackson, man, and him being real and people knowing that Steven Jackson is authentic and, you know, being able to put his hands in so many pots, man, you know, I don't think it would have been, you know, it wouldn't be where it is today. So shout out to that brother, man. Yeah. For real. But speaking of Beyonce, she's supposed to do Marvel movies. She's supposed to be in Black Panther.
Please, no. I signed the petition.
Yeah, I'm signing the petition down. I'm sorry.
I signed.
that Beyonce as an act. Look, I love Beyonce. I do. I do. But I can't.
I got all the most respect for Beyonce, but you know, I'm not a part of the Beehive whatsoever. But I respect her. I respect her hustle. But Sis is a terrible actor.
I'll say body
not gonna ruin Marvel for me. Like The Lion King, you know, I haven't watched The Lion King yet, the new one.
She didn't have that many lines to ruin The Lion King.
But she ruined it for a lot of people because, you know, her voice is Beyonce. People don't want to
my
Beyonce. They just want to
haters just hate Beyonce. That's literally the bottom line of it. If she wasn't The Lion King for you guys, she said 5 words and sung a song.
Hey.
She wasn't
she killed it for everybody.
She wasn't terrible in Lion King, but Lion King was bad overall. But she didn't.
The movie itself, it wasn't Beyonce.
It was bad itself.
And that was one of the greatest soundtracks of 2019.
Yeah, I was expecting Beyonce to do
the original Lion King soundtrack was one of the greatest soundtracks ever.
Yeah, but this soundtrack was executive produced by Beyonce, and she brought in instruments and musicians from Africa, and it was great. And it had no songs from the original movie.
She's not gonna be Storm or nothing, but I mean, if they gave her like, you know, just a part in there, I'm fine with that. You know, people were saying she was gonna be Storm. I was like, that's a multi. You gotta have. They would have to sign her for multi-pictures because that's.
Hey, okay. So if you guys could pick somebody to be Storm, who would it be?
Me.
I'm choosing.
Did you say me?
Nessa Williams from Black Lightning.
Hey man, I throw that wig on, man. You know how much Marvel you get paid in Marvel movies?
Stop it.
No, Storm is a dark skin.
The first transgender
in the Marvel comic books. I would say Nessa Williams from Black Lightning would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd you say?
Nessa Williams from Black Lightning.
Is that the daughter or?
That's the older sister.
Oh, she's so fine.
Boy.
She's so fine. Boy, that was the only reason I watched Black Lightning, to be 100% transparent. Now, if we're going to speak from the heart, she's the only reason I watched it.
Hey.
It's your shot, Young King.
Man, isn't Storm like an older lady, though?
Yeah, it depends on if they want to do. They probably going to have her be older. They probably going to have her be older.
I don't know if she was older. I know she was a dark woman, like.
Well, it just depends on what time frame because if they're going to integrate it with all the other Marvel movies, then they probably going to have her as an adult, like as a like. Okay. So it's going to be somebody that's probably like mid-30s or something.
I don't know, man. That's a good question. Let me think about that.
Hey,
who you think, Nike?
I said Nessa Williams.
Okay.
But as an older, sheesh. Like Angela Bassett, maybe?
That's exactly who I was thinking.
Well,
that's exactly.
Already in Black Panther. And she's still.
Oh, shit.
Already in Black Panther, yeah.
A little younger than that. A little younger than that. What about Trishina Arnold? No.
No? I know that was a stretch. I said it was a stretch, but
look up Storm. I don't really watch movies like that, so I don't know what.
Ooh, I just picture her like from Everybody Hates Chris yelling at everybody or something.
It would be funny. Maybe she could make that role. Like,
oh, I got it. Regina King. There we go.
That was easy because she was in Watchmen, so that was superhero-ish, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hey, did you watch The Watchmen?
No, I didn't.
What?
Do you know what it is? Okay, well, I will tell you what it was about. She was a superhero in Tulsa, in the Greenwood district, and it talked about the history of the race riots. Man, the first episode to that show is one of the best. Like,
it's on Netflix.
It's on HBO. Fire.
Bro. And she go back in time, or she don't go back in time, but she goes after the people that murdered the people in the race riots, man. It's so good. But it was ahead of its time. Because they canceled it. But it was definitely ahead of its time.
Well, they said they only wanted to do one season, but it was super popular, so they could do another season if they wanted to.
They need to right now.
The showrunner wanted to do one season.
So I just Googled Storm, going backwards a little bit. So judging off of this picture, right? if I had to pick a singer to play her,
No singers.
Well, it don't matter. Pick anybody. Go ahead.
I have one for both. If I had to pick a singer, I'd pick SZA. And then if I had to pick an actress, I'd pick Keke Palmer.
Yeah,
I like the SZA look more. SZA's fine, boy. I'm sorry. Anyway,
this nigga.
But, okay, going back to Beyonce in this movie. This is my take on anything Beyonce does, right? I agree that she's not the greatest of actresses, right? But it takes 10,000 hours to be an expert. So if we don't give her time to practice, she will never be great. So her name holds a lot of weight, and that's why they're putting her in these movies. So let her get her practice and let them get their promotion going. And boom, she'll be an expert sooner than later.
No.
Hey, you know what? It may be the perfect role for Beyonce too, because you know, storm, the wind, a lot of fans.
No, Beyonce do got the look. I would like, as far as looks, I wouldn't mind her as Storm.
No, she doesn't look.
see a Kelly
Storm
Rowland
is a dark skinned woman. She's supposed to be dark skinned.
I see Kelly Rowland more.
Brown to dark. You can play in that round, like brown to dark brown, or dark.
Yeah, no Beyonce for Storm. All due respect, Beyonce. I just don't want to see it.
So here's another projection that I've seen about movies. Y'all seen Twitches?
Yeah.
So they're doing a Twitches 3, and they have twin daughters, and it's Chloe and Haley.
I think that'd be dope.
So one of them had twin daughters, and then
they would be sisters. They'll each have daughters, and I think.
Oh, okay. So they wouldn't be twins.
Yeah, I mean, one of them have to have the daughters for them to be twins.
Oh, I seen somebody talking about that.
I like Twitches. Go Twitches, go Twitches.
I don't even know what it is.
What?
I never even heard of that until like 2 days ago.
Twin witches.
It was two movies. It was Twitches 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good. It was just about some young girls. They were adopted, and they didn't know that they were actually witches. So like on their 16th birthday or something like that, they pretty much found out they was witches and they had to save their world type deal.
It was like it was a Disney movie, something like that.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
Oh, probably.
You got Disney Plus. You can look at that on Disney Plus.
It was probably 07.
Nah, Peanut was in the streets.
Yeah, I probably would.
He wasn't watching.
Yeah, no, I never heard that until like 2 days ago.
But
the first one came out
about Disney movies. Y'all see that Nickelodeon announced that SpongeBob was a part of the LGBTQ plus community.
Come on, get it together. Yeah, man, I seen that.
I feel like that's cool for them to say that. I feel like we all knew that. If we didn't,
we all knew that.
I feel like
I think people that wasn't surprising because I remember he did the little thing with his hands and the rainbow came over his head.
Okay, man. I feel like the signs were all there.
I said the same thing. I was like, it's definitely on brand. So
right,
it works.
Yeah, it wasn't a shock.
I like the inclusiveness. So shout out to them for that.
Kudos to Nickelodeon.
SpongeBob's a funny show.
Yep, but we in the TV world, so DeVale's favorite show ended last Sunday.
And boy, what did I tell y'all? Wait, first of all, y'all seen it?
Yeah.
Bro, who said it? Who said that last episode?
Bill said it.
Boy,
I told y'all Controller was gonna be pregnant. I
called it. You were right.
He was. He called it.
I knew as soon as they broke up, I was like, nah.
Bill called it.
Called that mug. As soon as he was standing there looking sad, I was like, "Yep, here it comes. Here it comes."
When I heard her say that, I said that damn DeVale was right.
Boy, I'm gonna call it every time. It was all there. I see it. It was classic TV stuff. They had to throw that in. They had to. They literally had to.
Everything
was so predictable. Sorry.
I was like, everything was going too perfect for Issa and Lawrence. It had to be a plot twist.
It had to be some kind of struggle.
It sucks that it had to be, but yeah.
So how y'all feel about that situation?
I don't think that Issa should. For any other nigga, no. But for Lawrence, I feel like they need to stick it out. I can understand why she's hurt. And the cinematography, like the scene was perfectly edited. The way you see her like heart drop when he gave her the news. She didn't say no words, and you just felt her emotions through the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's Issa and Lawrence, I personally am rooting for them. So I want her to be sad for a while, but go get your man, sis. If it was anyone else, nah. Leave that nigga.
I agree with you, Don. Like, because it happened before they like established that, you know, this is something that they wanted to do. And like, I would have to have my time on my own to really like, okay, regroup and like, all right, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. If this is somebody that I truly love, you know, I'm gonna accept everything as it is, because I know he's gonna want to be a part of this baby's life, and I think I'll just have to roll through the punches on that one. But I mean,
for sure,
it's definitely tough. It's tough.
Right.
I don't think that what's her name, Centoya, Kantasha. I don't think she's done with Lawrence either. By the way, because
no.
I think no. Wait a minute.
What?
There's something. She said a line that just kind of is set in my spirit. She said,
Is it this line? If you, what'd she say? Like,
she said, you can be as involved
yes,
as you want.
Yes.
That's set. Did they hit you, Peanut?
Yeah, I was like, what kind of shit is that?
Wait a minute. Like, that's, to me, I don't know. I think that she's kind of playing it a little bit. Like, you can be, you know.
She definitely wants him back. Like, she definitely wants him.
Yeah, I think next season it's gonna be a little struggle between her and Issa. And yeah.
Let's break down this line though, because I took it a different way. Because you can be as involved as you want was disrespectful to me.
Very disrespectful. Like, what kind of nigga you think I am?
Yeah, you're gonna tell me
you know he's gonna take care of it. That's the point. She
as
knows
involved as you want.
Yeah, I was thinking. I was like, when it happened, I was like, damn. Knowing Lawrence, he probably just gonna stay with it just for the baby.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
And that's probably what he wants to do.
Yeah, simp ass. Man.
Let's talk about this. Let's relate this to like, okay, if this was to happen to y'all, all right, so DeVille, Peanut, Don. So let's say you was involved with the girl. You guys had a rough patch, and you might have broke things off. You went out, you was in the streets and had relations with somebody. A couple months later, you're back to, well, not even a couple months, but you hash things out with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever. Y'all back together, but while y'all back together, a few months later, you find out that your little side piece that you done hit is pregnant. What would you like if this happened to you? So with your significant other, would you accept that or would you move on?
Well.
I don't know, man. You know, I'm all for keeping the family close. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So, you know, I try to uplift my queen.
But what about Issa?
No, I'm fucking with you.
I am heartbroken.
Go off. Now I'm about to jump to the screen.
I was like, wait, you can't tell me all of this. We going on dates, we reminiscing, we on each other's arms, waiting.
Man, but on the real though, if I was in his situation, it was like everything was finally starting to go well for Lawrence in his life. Everything he wanted. He was talking about having his own team, they moving him up, money to move, you know what I'm saying? Like paying for his relocation, like everything he wanted, from being sitting on the couch to not having a career to having a career of his dreams and being able to move, and then he gets hit with this news. So I would, man, as bad as, I guess him and Issa was going to try to work it out. And I don't know if she was going to end up moving to San Francisco or whatever, but.
But this is you. This ain't no fictional.
If it was me?
Yes.
shit, I just had to face that issue head on. I just had to, the outcome of the relationship is ultimately not up to me no more. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to deal with whatever consequences is behind that. So.
Okay, so say that Issa or whoever your Issa is in the situation doesn't want to be in the relationship. Do you go to Condola?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, that's fair.
Absolutely not.
I want to hear your thoughts around that.
So I would definitely, I would start to reevaluate. I'd be thinking about why did me and this other person not work out? If it was something I felt like I couldn't work through, I honestly, I feel like I would try to go to Condola.
Now you know her name.
I would try to
We're
go
looking
to
for love.
Right.
I would try to go to Condola because if I could work it out, like if I could work it out, I would want to, just for like, the child's sake. That's why I would say, like, I need to see why didn't we work out? If it's something that I really can't work with, okay. Whatever.
So you would give up everything that you invested in this relationship to somebody that you didn't really have feelings for just because they're having your kid?
I wouldn't have been back with Issa, but yeah, if it was me.
But I mean, if you really have a true connection with somebody, you probably would think different.
No, I will, but true connection plus they cheated on you, that would stick with me a little bit. But if we did have a true connection, if we were reconnecting and I really felt it, like I really, really felt it, like, okay, this might be the one. Okay, then yeah. But if it was just reconnecting,
I understand.
If it was just reconnecting and I'm kind of reminiscing, like, oh yeah, remember we used to have all these good times and stuff, everything's good. That's how I'm picturing it for me. Like, it's more like, oh, we reminisce, we back talking, I'm enjoying it again because we had this connection. But I'm assuming Lawrence is like really in love with Issa. So in that case, I would understand him trying to be with Issa, but me, I probably wouldn't.
See, if it was a cheating scenario, so like if we was together and you cheated on me and you got a hoe pregnant, then that would be a different story. Like
No. I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about like.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But like, if we were broken up for a time and you had your flings or whatnot, and we got back together, and you find out a couple months later that you're having a baby, then I might take you back and, we'll work through it because, I mean, it happened. I mean, but it would definitely depend on like how involved I was with this person and how strong our relationship or how strongly I had feelings towards him.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me, I don't know why the decision wouldn't be that hard for me. Like, I would be sad because it's an experience that I probably wanted with you, and I wanted to have your first kid, and it just came at an untimely matter. But I don't think my love for you changed because now you have a kid. So I think from jump, it'd be like, yes, we're still going to work this out, but I need some time to just understand what just happened. So.
Yeah, man.
Because I can't see myself, or Issa even, like, I think that I wrote the next season because I don't see her waiting all this long and finally having everything in place and then being like, nah, fuck that. Like, it's a kid. You got to deal with what comes with the person at this point.
That's a big one, though.
With you cheating.
That's a big one, though.
Yeah, hey, man. Hey, it's overrated, man. Everybody deserves 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Everybody deserves 1 or 2. Nah.
Would it be messed up for Lawrence to bring up the cheating thing? Like, come on now, like.
Nah. That wouldn't be wrong because she understand, and he the one that went back to her.
You gotta throw everything out there. Like, okay, man, listen, we both messed up a little bit.
I don't think Issa would throw that. I don't think he would throw that because Issa already knows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think
Lawrence didn't mess up. They weren't. So yeah. For you to bring that up, like, don't try to hold that over my head for me to be with you. Now we have a bigger issue.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, but hey, you know how they should have finished it though, or how they should start next season? They should have Lawrence telling Chad, his boy,
yes,
and Chad roasting the shit out of him. Because Chad is like comedic relief every time you're on the screen, man. And I think Chad should be saying some wild shit.
He my favorite character. Oh God.
So we also predicted that Molly would lose everything and run back to Issa.
Yeah.
We seen that happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like I don't like friends like that because I've tried several times, and now that your world came crashing down, you need me.
I wanted more of it to crash.
That play. You wanted more of it. You want her to lose her feet.
Like it crashed down, but I feel like it could have crashed more.
She got dumped in an off-white outfit. I was mad about that. Two Virgils, like, what are you doing?
Keep it 2 Virgils.
Like, you got money on you. You good.
Only you would think that deep about it.
Because every episode, I'd be like, dang, Molly, like, I wonder if she get to keep these clothes.
Nah, it's her fault though. It's her fault, man. He what's his name? The Asian team. Like he had some valid points.
Boy,
you know, he had some valid points that just everything revolved around her. You know, and he was like, man, I do everything you want to do. You know, and you know when it comes to making time for me, then it's just not reciprocated. So I definitely understood where he's coming from. Like nobody has to deal with anybody, honestly, but in a fresh relationship like that, because if the shoe was on the other foot, if it was, you know, whatever she was doing to him, he was doing to her, she would leave too. So.
Oh yeah, easily.
Sure. And then a big moment in the show was Tiffany going missing. That had me on the edge of my seat. I didn't know what was about to happen. I thought they were going to find her like dead somewhere. Then when they pulled up at the hotel, I thought she was cheating. And they never.
I was for sure he was gonna go in there and she was getting her cheeks clapped. Boy, I was like, boy.
Sure. And they didn't really clarify it.
Postpartum. That's what she was going through.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm ready for that to open up more and we get to see a lot of her side. Shout out to Kelly for holding everybody down. That scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
When they got pulled over or by the police. I want to see a lot more Kelly next season too.
A lot more Kelly, a lot more Chad.
Yep. But yeah, I think it ended great. Like it sucks that it's 30 minutes, 10 episodes every summer, but it was good. It was worth the wait.
So I just got a news alert. Dallas Galleria Mall is right now is on lockdown for active shooter.
Get the
wow.
Yeah, so that's happening right now as we speak. Sorry to bring us back down, but on a lighter note, let's talk about some new music that came out this past Friday.
Guys, so I have a surprise for the music segment. So we're going to talk about some stuff, and then I'm going to throw something at y'all.
Let's run it.
So let's go. First, we talking about Nicki Minaj and Tekashi. Because
didn't even listen to it.
I gave it a listen. It's trash though. So I should shout out to Tekashi for this, right? He's not even making music.
Don't shout him out.
Chill out.
Just talk about it. Talk about it.
He's not even. It's not a good shout out. He's not even making good music for us to want to listen to. So it doesn't even matter. Like it doesn't make it hard not to listen to it. His verse is trash. The video trash. The song trash. So.
Well, about the video, I found it interesting. You know, I thought it was
because I found it interesting too. Probably
yeah. I think we had different reasons. Mine were more focused on Nicki a little bit more.
Mine were too. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I think I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no.
I enjoyed Nicki's scenes.
Seen those clips?
Yeah, I think she was just acting really a good actress in these scenes. Like I think it was
Yeah. She captured the crowd for sure.
It was just it was captivating. It was captivating.
Yeah. She dug deep, you know, for that role, man.
too deep because she's Nicki Minaj, and that is my issue.
Yeah.
Minaj should not be doing that. Anybody's video. Like, let's be real. She is Nicki Minaj. Like,
hey man, she got to get the streets talking, man. It don't matter who you are. Like when the spotlight is on you, you got to capture. You know,
Won't be getting my views.
I just seen the clips. I just seen.
I don't even watch the clips.
I seen the clips. I seen the video.
I didn't watch the video, but you know what I noticed about this video? This video looks exactly like the last video.
all his videos look like that, actually.
They all rainbow.
The song.
No, but I mean, it looked exactly like the last video. Like I did watch the first one. This was before all the snitch stuff, but I don't even remember what song it was that they had. What's the name of that song?
Some I don't know, Gouda. I don't know something.
Whatever song he got with Nicki Minaj. It looks like in part 2 of that video. I didn't watch it, but I've seen some clips, but it looks the same. Didn't listen to the song. I haven't even heard the beat.
Yeah, so my issue, I just don't think Nicki Minaj being who she is, and I don't know if this is, like, I'm not even trying to be sexist. Women can do whatever they want with their body and in their own videos, but it just seems like she's too high of a caliber to have to go that low to me.
But hasn't she always done that though?
I ain't seen that before.
Yeah, I've never seen all that before.
I feel like it was a little bit more because
I feel like it was clickbait. She's like, they gonna watch this video.
Yeah, definitely trolling.
Done similar things, like like the pool thing when she's in the pool, whatever, and
yeah.
But she was just kind of just free balling it a little bit. I think that was new, but it was innovative. So I was impressed by the creativity that went into that. But no, I think she's always been a little bit like that. I think the Anaconda video and stuff like that. So she's always done something similar. I think the breast thing, first of all, it was way bigger. First of all, it was like,
yeah, one day we're gonna have a conversation. This might be an in-studio conversation on like plastic and real. Because from a woman's perspective, it doesn't look as attractive. Like, it just looks like fake and about to pop. Like,
I thought they might have been like pregnant, some pregnant breasts or something like that. That's what I figured.
Yeah, some lactating titties.
Yeah, they were there. Yeah. And then after that I went and watched one of her previous videos and they were way smaller. So I was like,
So is this your hot take that Nicki Minaj is pregnant?
Nicki Minaj, I'm saying it today. Got my view. And she might be pregnant. She's pregnant. Okay, no, she is pregnant. She is. That's cool.
Tiana Taylor is pregnant.
Huh?
Taylor is pregnant.
Tiana Taylor.
U.N.I.T.Y aired out all their business
about
letting her kiss that baby, and they finally released a music video that
beautiful video.
The new music video that she was pregnant. It's cute.
Your boy, Pop Smoke had a new song that came out.
Make It Rain.
How like that?
Yeah, and he had what's his name on it? He locked up.
Rowdy
Rich. Not Roddy Rich, but
Roddy Rebel.
Roddy Rebel on there. I mean, it was cool. I make it rain on whoever. I make it rain in who weather. Hey, yeah. It's just a cool little song.
I haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna have to listen to it.
The album come out, I think. Does it come out this Friday? I know they pushed it back because it was supposed to come out like a week ago or something like that.
I know Tiana Taylor drops this Friday. I'm excited for that.
So, guess we're getting into like singles that we've talked about. I think the best song that dropped this past Friday was Lil Baby.
Easily.
Oh, for sure.
When I tell you, Lil Baby is definitely on top.
Lil Baby has become my favorite artist this past year.
He is definitely on top right now.
That is my favorite song right now, easily.
It is, fire.
Yeah, shit's good.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's
the video, everything.
Video, the song, the beat, the lyrics,
everything about
every cadence, everything about it. Chef kiss.
like Lil Baby, you are definitely on top. I know in the beginning, when we first started shooting the podcast, I was not on a Lil Baby wave, but I've slowly been becoming a Lil Baby fan, and I think this has solidified that I am a Lil Baby fan right now.
Boy,
amazing news.
that is good news.
It's not what I expected coming from him, but man, the topics that he covered in there was really good.
Mm-hmm. Videos.
I have not seen the video, but apparently it has a shit ton of views and it's dope. But love the song though, love it.
Let me see what else. U.N.I.T.Y Chopper had a new song.
Oh yeah, he put out a shot to Flow 5. Right? Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I messed with the shot of Flow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
What's it called?
Shots of
Shot of Flow 5.
Shot of Flow 2 was the best though.
For all my reggae fans, Cranium dropped a new song called God Policy Remix. That was pretty dope song. Chloe times Haley album. I gave it a listen. It's not up to my cup of tea, but it was cool. I thought that it was the A&R on it was pretty good. They got some hits on there for sure.
I started listening to it like I got interrupted. I was only like on the second song or something, but like the first two songs, it kind of reminded me of almost like a 2000s kind of vibe. Did you get that? Like a 2000s?
Kind of. It get like when you listen to it, it gives you a lot of different vibes. I mean, at least to me.
Yeah, I was only on song 2.
It's not a typical R&B like upbeat dance, but it's
I know when I listen, it gives me real Ariana Grande.
And I can see that.
It's not a bad thing because Ariana Grande is a pop singer with a soulful voice, and they are soulful singers with a pop sound. So
I can see that.
Yeah. I did not know Boosie put out an album on Friday.
What?
Yeah, it's called In-House. I don't know how I missed that, but that album cover.
I seen him posting it that he had an album dropping, but I didn't.
That album cover is fire though.
Like the animated one?
Yeah, that shit is fire. Like it got the real Boosie fade on it. But did y'all listen to where'd he go? The Rockstar, Lil Baby.
The remix.
I mean the Baby.
Yeah.
The remix, yeah.
I did hear the remix. I was confused though because I didn't know I was listening to the remix. It just played.
Yeah, same. He just added a verse to the beginning though.
Mm-hmm.
Black Lives Matter in the movement, but
yeah, for the most part, light week again.
I mean, Issa Rae she dropped the Insecure soundtrack for the season.
Right.
What else we had I mean, there was a couple of Black Lives Matter songs that had dropped. Eric Bellinger dropped an album.
Listen to it. Very disappointed.
I was disappointed. It started off okay, but then it just started going downhill.
Very disappointed. You can tell you wrote all those songs on there.
A Boogie with the hoodie had a new song drop.
He actually, which I am okay. Y'all know I'm a big A Boogie fan. He's actually dropping his deluxe album this Friday, which I'm happy because when the initial album dropped, I gave it like a probably 2-time listen and wasn't really messing with it. So I've been telling myself I need to go back. So this gives me opportunity to go back.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to check it out again too, because I don't know what I thought of it the first time. I probably thought it was cool. Like,
hey, you know what? I was in the gym working out, and I wasn't a fan of. I had stopped like listening to Kanye right after like all of the whole debacle.
Stuck in Place.
Yeah, after the second place. But I went back and I listened to the Ye album. I was in the gym. I listened to the Ye album, The Life of Pablo, and I listened to went back and listened to Damn by Kendrick. And I have to say, the intro to The Life of Pablo is probably one of the greatest intros ever made. I mean, really? Like top 5.
Life of Pablo was good. Life of Pablo was good.
Pablo might be, and this is probably gonna sound terrible, might be my favorite Kanye album.
Okay, not the favorite, but it is good. It is good. I'd have to go graduation, maybe not graduation, late registration, either late registration or
See, that's everybody's favorite.
or maybe even 808s. 808s was a time for me. 808s was a moment for me.
Yeah, man. Nah, I was listening to Ultralight Beam in the gym, man. Like I was like, I'm gonna just listen to this Life of Pablo album. And bruh, Ultralight Beam, bruh, that is probably one of the greatest intro songs ever made.
Have y'all listened to that Sunday Service album? Not the Kanye album, Jesus is Born.
King. Jesus King.
But he came out with another one, Jesus is Born, with just the choir. Music.
Oh yeah, I might have to check that out. I mean, I was like, man, like Ye, like I understand why Ye taking time. The dude, like,
he's a musical genius. He really is.
He's my favorite all time.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as music, I wasn't really on too much of it.
I don't think we're gonna get a lot of music with everything that's going on right now. I think a lot of people are pushing their stuff back just because, you know, they want to stand behind, you know, the social injustices in the world. So I don't think we're gonna get like a lot of albums and a lot of new music on Fridays and stuff like we would have if the world wasn't at the state that it's currently in.
Yeah, I know Drake is supposed to drop this summer, so I wonder if that's still.
Wasn't there supposed to be a Drake and Future too?
There was supposed to be a Drake and Future. So I don't know. I think Drake will drop and then we'll get Drake and Future, probably, is what I'm thinking.
Yes, Future dropped his already, so.
Yeah. All right. Are y'all ready for my debatable segment?
Yeah.
Okay. So usually on the debatable segment, we get like a harsh topic and we go to war, but like the world has been so harsh, so we're going to get a little more fun, right? The nominees for the virtual BET Awards came out. So I'm going to pick probably not all of these. I'm going to pick maybe 6. And we just going to debate who taking the award home, all right?
Okay.
Cool. We'll start with the first one. Best female R&B and pop artist. I didn't even know they started including pop in this. Beyonce, her, Jhené Aiko, Kalani, Lizzo, Summer Walker.
It definitely gotta be Summer Walker.
I don't know. This
Best
year?
female R&B this year, I'm giving it.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to either Kalani or Jhené.
That's where I was going. I was going Jhené. I have a feeling that they're giving it to Lizzo.
Do you really? Why?
They probably is gonna give it to Lizzo.
Because when we go through these, we're gonna have to talk about it because actually this list disappointed me. It disappointed some celebrities. Like Lil Uzi is nowhere near on this.
I mean, what did Beyonce do in the last year though? Like seriously.
They count that Coachella Homecoming album.
What the fuck? Did anybody listen to that?
They did. Don't you ever disrespect the Beehive like that.
Man. So wasn't that shit like a documentary? Wasn't it a documentary?
Him.
It was a documentary, but then she released the album. Like she has Homecoming the album.
Which is videos, right?
No, you can go listen, stream it.
So are they new songs?
No, but it's the live version of
it. Nah, man. Nah. Beyonce
I'll be feeling the same way.
Nah.
I think they just have to have her on the list now, but she did put out music. However, I don't think they should give it to her. She's not.
And, bruh, Summer Walker had the best run of females this past year. Easily.
I agree.
I'd say Summer Walker's album was better. I might vote for Jhené because I enjoy Jhené's album, and she's also we're also kind of like in this weird type of relationship where like I send her stuff on Twitter, she don't really respond that much, but so I got to show support in that way. But I did really like Jhené's album as well, and she's been featured on a lot of stuff as well. I can't think of any features Summer Walker has been doing. I can't think of none off the top of my head.
She has that one with Trey Songz. She has one with 21 Savage.
Yeah, but she had a run, bro. She had a run this year.
I can't vote.
Something new with Chris Brown. So yeah.
I can't vote against Janae. She gonna be upset. So, nah. Well, it's between Summer and Janae for me.
Summer and Janae.
Yeah, Lizzo don't deserve it.
She don't deserve it. I always go with who I think should win and who I know they're gonna give it to.
I don't know what Lizzo has done other than like show her thongs.
Hey, bro, what you mean? She was twerking on quarantine radio. What you talking about?
I don't know. I only know one Lizzo song. I don't know what else has she done. I don't know nothing at all.
Bro, she can play the flute, bro.
She can play the flute and twerk. Didn't she put milk on it too? I mean, I don't know, but yeah.
Shout out to Lizzo, man. They didn't fat shame Lizzo into working out. Man, shout out to Lizzo, man.
She said she been working out for the past
10 Nah, they didn't fat shame Lizzo into working out, man.
I really didn't know who she was until the BT Awards last year. Honestly.
You heard her music before though, like a long time ago. Like songs came out. So I promise I heard a song on the radio. It was like, oh, this is Lizzo. I was like, this is fucking Lizzo? Like, it came out years ago. Like,
never knew.
Yeah, I think that's Lizzo. I don't know her songs, so.
You heard them before? I promise you have.
Probably.
All right, what else we got down?
So we have Best Male R&B and Pop. Anderson .Paak, Chris Brown, Jacquees, Khalid, The Weeknd, and Usher.
What the fuck did Usher put out?
Question. This category is literally terrible.
So they really just gonna skip over Brent Faiyaz like this nigga doesn't exist.
There's a lot of people that can do this. Like Brent Faiyaz. I would like
Lucky
to
Day.
Brent Faiyaz, Lucky Day. Can we put P&B in this category?
P&B?
I mean, not P&B. Is that no Party Next Door? P&B.
Yeah. Which was a good album.
So, Sir, like there's so many.
Oh, Sir, definitely Sir.
Yeah, definitely for real.
So they definitely missed the mark on this Best Male category.
And it should just go to Brent Faiyaz anyway, but whatever.
For sure, I agree. I'm not even picking, I guess, Jacquees because no one else is showing up that's on this list.
Jacquees.
D Smoke and Sir got a song out called Let Go.
Yeah.
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Sir is my guy. I like Sir a lot. Oh, what about Division? Division?
Yeah.
Hey, man, this shit.
Be a group, right? Or do we count them as one?
Yeah,
it's more than one?
Yeah, it's more than one.
One sings and one does the producing. But they're
okay. I didn't know. I thought it was just one dude.
No, yeah. I say that's one dude then, basically.
Yeah.
Man. No, but what I think BT is on some what y'all youngsters say, some clout chasing shit.
For sure. And okay, this is how I'm thinking of it also. This is a virtual BET Awards. It's hosted by Amanda Seales.
Shout out.
I think it would be more so that they will have, I don't even know how they're going to do this, honestly, but they
like
are able to
battle. It's going to be like the versus battle.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said it's going to be like the versus battles. They're going to be performing.
Yeah, but when you give it nominees, like, are you adding the person to the live or like Zoom? Like, that's just too much. It's going to be so many delays and technical difficulties. They have delays and technical difficulties when they have
versus was bad.
Yeah. So, like, the regular show be terrible in 5 hours long. So, I don't even know.
Wait. Last year's BT Awards was probably the best BT Awards that we've gotten in the past 10 years.
That's
actually pretty good.
Without Deborah Lee.
Huh?
As soon as she left, it got better. That's sad to say. Hate to see.
But I'm just saying that the last one was probably the best BT Awards in 10 years. Everything in between that, garbage.
Ain't Deborah Lee the one they said looked like Winnie the Pooh?
We not. Poor black woman.
We love you, black women.
CEO, man.
not the one that looked like Winnie the Pooh? Is that not it?
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
So move right along. I think trying to get us flagged.
Right. Those are the best group. They have Chloe Haley, City Girls, Earth Gang, Griselda, Jack Boys, and Migos.
Who the fuck is Jack Boys?
Jack Boys is Travis Scott.
Scott.
All of them.
Travis Scott and who?
Actually, Travis Scott,
And
Sheck West, right? Isn't it?
What, they put out an album or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah,
It was
shit, I don't listen to Travis Scott.
three singles on the album or something like that.
I ain't on even front. I don't even listen to Travis Scott.
Me neither.
But they shouldn't be in this category. Migos shouldn't be in this category. I felt like they just felt the need to do it. They haven't made a song together in forever.
Yep. Take them out of there.
They got new music out right now because they got a song with NBA YoungBoy out right now.
That shit is garbage.
And
It's
they
not
got
to be in this list though, because they've been.
but not on this list. I agree with that.
For the past year and a half, they've been making music separately.
Yeah.
Griselda, hope to see them on this list getting recognized. Earth Gang's dope, signed to Dreamville, but if this doesn't go to City Girls, then
Yeah, City Girls deserve that. I'm in Miami and I can't roll my sack up. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, that line made me laugh every time, bro.
Yeah, she came on that beat way before the beat.
I'm in Miami and that shit is hilarious.
Way before the beat. She missed the beat.
Yeah.
Let's see how many more we're gonna do. We're gonna do like probably 4 more.
Right.
Best collaboration. This one is usually the last. I think one of the last ones, right? Chris Brown versus featuring Drake, No Guidance. DJ Khaled, Nipsey, John Legend, Higher. Future and Drake, Life is Good. Her and YG, Slide. Megan, Nicki, Ty Dolla $ign, Hot Girl Summer. Wale and Jeremiah on Chill.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Drake and Future.
I'm going No Guidance.
That was a smash too. It was a smash. It was.
I'm going No Guidance.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch mine to No Guidance too.
That's my favorite one, but I think they might give it to Drake and Future.
I feel like Hot Girl Summer will win over Drake and Future. Maybe.
I think they're gonna win. I think Meg is gonna win that one.
I don't think so.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to go No Guidance with that one. Best male hip hop artist: DaBaby, Drake, Future, Little Baby, Roddy Ricch, Travis Scott.
You just give all them niggas one apiece, and
that is for sure.
Go to the next category.
That is for sure. But
I'm gonna give it to Little Baby.
Roddy Ricch deserves
Rich. They're gonna give it to Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch definitely deserves
it. After this last song, I would give it to Lil Baby. But I mean, I like Roddy Ricch. You know, I was rocking with Roddy Ricch hard, way heavy. So.
And yesterday.
I think that Roddy Ricch. Best female: Cardi B, Doja Cat, Lizzo, Megan, Nicki, and Saweetie. That's Megan Thee Stallion all the way.
Meg.
Well, Doja's canceled, so I guess.
For sure.
Doja, Nicki, they both canceled.
What were all the options again? One more time.
Cardi B, Doja Cat, Lizzo, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and Saweetie.
What Cardi B song came out? Press?
None. Cardi B is just up there now. She has to be included on this list.
That's
Nicki Minaj.
Did Nicki have an album?
No.
No.
She put that shit.
Features.
Features. Yeah, it gotta go to Meg Thee Stallion.
Definitely has to go to Meg. I don't know how I feel about the City Girls not being on this list. I know they're a group, but
maybe that's why, because it's a group.
Miami been holding it down while JT was out. Count.
Yeah.
Video of the year: No Guidance, Bop, Higher, Say So, Hot Girl Summer, and Roddy Ricch, The Box. That's definitely going to DaBaby Bop.
It's definitely going to DaBaby.
Definitely the video of the year. And best new artists: Danny Lay, Lil Nas X, Pop Smoke, Roddy Ricch, Summer Walker, YB, and Cordae.
Lil Nas X new.
In the last BET Awards, he was, yeah.
No, because the last BET Awards, that song was hot.
But he didn't perform or nothing. I think it got hot. No.
YBN.
Okay, Okay, what was the list again?
They're
Sorry.
definitely going to to Pop Smoke. They're going to give him an honorary award. Danny Lay, Lil Nas X, Pop Smoke, Roddy Ricch, Summer Walker, YB, and Cordae.
And what category was this? Best male?
Best new artist.
Best new. Okay.
Don't give it to Pop Smoke, but YBN is definitely the better artist out of that entire list.
He's a better rapper, yes. But my guy Pop Smoke.
Oh yeah, for sure. But YBN is a better artist. Yeah. He's the better artist.
They better give it to my boy.
They probably gonna give it to Lil Nas X.
So when they start doing movies?
Yeah, I think they've always did movies though, right? Because didn't Just Mercy win something, or was that somewhere else? I was looking at.
Maybe.
Oh no, because Just Mercy's on this list, so.
I know they did actors and actresses, but
Yeah, but I guess somebody got to award our black films.
Yeah.
Probably win after Oscar So White. But yeah, so my thing about this list is that I thought that, and maybe, I don't know, I thought Megan would definitely have like a sweep at the BET Awards. She's only nominated for 2. Last year, I think we seen Little Baby and Gunna take everything, and I definitely thought this past year, 2019, was the Baby and Megan Thee Stallion year. So
yeah,
sucks to see them not be nominated as much. And I just don't. Whoever.
Why the fuck is Usher on this list? I just don't get it.
The people on this list is just
because of the herpes thing, I think. Maybe.
Man,
that's the only thing I heard from her. I said herpes.
that's fucked up.
I've heard from Usher in a while.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they tripping.
tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my debatable. It wasn't really no debates. They were easy sweeps.
Yeah, those nominees are off. They way off.
Yeah, they just threw anybody on the list, you know. I also don't think they have to add that many people to the nominees. Like, we shouldn't be debating 6 people, best new artist, Danny Lay. Like, she's not winning. Knock her off.
It should be 5 max.
Yeah, they be having 6 or 7 people or nominees.
All right, man. Well, BT need to hire somebody else. So close it out. What we got? Say less, do more. Man, yeah, man. I got something. Black men, say less, do more. Yeah, you know, support these sisters.
My say less and do more will be mainly to anybody that is brought up and profited specifically off of Black culture. Don't try to shut us down and forget where you came from. Like keep the people that rock with you from the beginning and be understanding, supportive. Don't change up. Don't switch it up on us when you make that bad.
Well, I agree. I don't have a say less or do more this week, so. Deville, do you have one?
I do not have any. No one other than B. Simone was my only one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, make sure you all follow us on social media at The Say Less Pod. That's at The Say Less Pod. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Say Less Pod, or DM us or email us at
Say Less Podcast number 4 at gmail.com, and that's Say Less Podcast 4 at gmail.com.
episode 14, baby.